Open and responsible science is important for epistemic justice because what it does is it enables scientists and researchers to be cognizant of the ways in which we do science, the theories that we use, and the methods that we use, the frameworks that we use, which can prevent us from thinking about other forms of knowledge and other forms of being in the world and bring in diverse perspectives into science.
So the way I relate epistemic justice to open and responsible science is in two ways. The first one is by acknowledging that access is not going to immediately resolve the problems of inequality in the production, distribution, and consumption of knowledge. There are indicators that show that open access journals or open ways in which we can include others need to account for structures of inequality. I just heard recently that, for example, if you do a search on which is the key name in the most important journals in economics, you will find that the name is David. So it's not just about inequality in terms of structures, but also in terms of genders, in terms of ethnicities, in terms of structures of inequality that means that some people can access journals and some people cannot access journals. At the same time, the most important journals in the different disciplines are written in colonial languages, English, French, German, and so forth. So how can we speak about access when there are structures that are not really access? And when I think about epistemic justice and open and responsible science, I also think on the part of responsibility. For whom are we actually producing the knowledge that we create in the university? And the way I relate these two issues is by thinking in which ways my research serves in the first place the communities with whom I'm doing the research, with whom I co-creating different understandings of a particular social phenomena. And from my point of view, this has to also be translated into pedagogies in the classroom. Responsibility to the people we work with, but also the students and the new generation of scientists with whom we work. So for me, it's the whole picture, and I hope that this is something that can inspire others.
I think the easiest thing is to relate responsible science to epistemic justice. I think part of academic work, scientific work that is concerned with responsibility should consider and be committed to doing epistemic justice. And the open part is a bit more tricky because actually many demands for transparency, data sharing and so forth, they can actually endanger people who are marginalized socially. And if knowledge about their lives is actually being shared widely or openly, that can be dangerous to them. But on the other hand, there's also a promise of open science, namely that, you know, the playing field of knowledge becomes more equitable through open sharing.